Good morning, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome to episode 23 of our Crackpack modded Minecraft Let's Play series. So if you recall last episode, we were working a bit with blood magic. We got our bound blade and everything, and made quite a bit of advancements just across blood magic in general. Since then, I do apologize, this episode's a little bit late, like a couple days. I decided to spend a couple days. I wanted to get Skyrim together, and I wanted to get a bit of building and advancements done on this pack as well, especially mainly in the AE building, because that was something, it took a little while to get everything set up and built, and then I also wanted to get some building done across some of the other series as well. But I did set up, right now it's just connecting to our AE system. Eventually I want to change everything over to Draconic power transfer, but for right now I just went with the AE building because it's kind of a long ways off from our power building right now, and these actually, they're not cheap, but they're cheaper for long distances than doing like Ender energy conduits or something. So I've just got the energy transceiver there, and I've got it so it just comes up out of the top, because those power banks are eventually going to go all the way up, so it won't be too bad. I do want these kind of showing up, but without being obtrusive or seeming like out of place. So I've got these, and they're kind of running around the edges of the base, and then once they get close to the AE building, I've got them so they go down underneath it and link up. And then that one actually powers our controller, so our majority of our AE power. And then I have a split off here that comes over and comes up to this wireless energy transceiver that connects to a sag mill and an alloy smelter. So that's the way I've got that set up, which if you guys don't know how to set those up, I did cover it in the 4th Draconic Evolution video that I put out, but we'll end up setting up some fairly soon on camera. Actually, this episode we'll probably craft up a energy transceiver and use that. So, and then I've got just a big mess of wiring down here. I'll go up above it. I do have a little mini Soren system set up here for our ME drives that are in that room. So I'll go in there and I'll show you guys what's set up there. And I need to start finishing up on the landscaping for this. I think it looks so much better once I have the landscaping. But right up here we've got our terminals, and I've left space here for like our arcane crafting and Essentia, as well as a gas and fluid terminal as well. And then over here is just a big empty room, and I've got a bit of work. These walls are actually going to be different. You'll see in the other room kind of how those are laid out. This ME drive room is not set up. I didn't see a point to set up a second one. The first one was really overkill, but I figured, hey, why not? And then in here, we've got the start of an AE system. It's going to be a lot bigger once we're all done, and I've just set it up so we can kind of move through it. This ender chest is actually linked into the system, and I have a bag here so that I can just throw stuff in and it'll go into the system when I'm out mining or whatever. Of course, it's not plugged in. We don't have one plugged into the ore system yet, but we will be getting that set up fairly soon. I have a second chest here. It's not actually plugged up to anything just yet, but that is going to be our export system for ores and stuff. Or no, sorry, this one we're actually going to use today. The next one, I'll set up one in a couple episodes. Once we get into really ore processing stuff, we're going to set one up to export all of our ores. Then this is the first ME drive room that I've got built out. We've got another storage cell. I need to build out more, but this getting ready for this episode was quite expensive. And then over here, I've started changing over some of the wall. I'm not for sure. I may do like a line or something around it to kind of give it some accent, I guess. on the wall. And then I've got these ME drives, or molecular assemblers, hooked up to interfaces here. Which this one is actually filled with recipes. This one's only the bottom one's filled, I think. But I've just been using the interface terminal to change it over. And then this wall has everything automated pretty much that we need for applied energistics. So I've got 5 inscribers set up here. Each have a different press. And then this one doesn't have a press. It does the finished products. I've got a crystal growth chamber here that grows our crystals. I haven't put speed upgrades into any of this. The only thing I've put speed upgrades into is the import bus on this chest. I put max speed upgrades on that, mainly because they do require diamonds to get that crafted, and we've got about 50 diamonds now, so I could probably craft some for these inscribers, but I've just been holding out. I've got a charger set up there, and then I've got sag mill and alloy smelter. The alloy smelter is not really needed for the applied energistics system, but I need something to go there for to make it a little bit more even. So that's what's there. And then of course we got some crafting co-processing setups with 16K crafting storage. This one still has a 4K because that was the first one that we made, but I'll eventually probably change that over. I'll probably end up changing all of these over to 64s at some point, but for now the 16K works fine for us. And by the way, when you set this up, I've got an interface behind the charger and then just an item conduit pulling out of the top and then feeding back into the interface with a filter saying that it can only pull out charge Certus. And then I've also got item conduits just pulling out of these. And you don't need a filter for the crystal growth chamber or the advanced inscriber. They can't automatically output on their own, but your item conduits are only going to pull out on the inscriber. It's only going to pull out finished products, and the crystal growth chamber, it's only going to pull out fully grown pure Certus, pure nether quartz, and pure fluix. So, or pure crystals, I guess I'd say. And if you're growing fluix in this, it will automatically pull out the fluix when that's done as well. So if we come over here, you can see in the interface terminal, all of our different recipes that we've got present in the system so far. And you'll notice I did a bunch of draconic stuff. Now, the wyvern cores we haven't actually started using, but I figured I know I'm going to need that, so I went ahead and made that as well. And then I've got all the cards are in here except for the inverted card, because it's not one I tend to use. If we end up using it, I'll throw it in there. But so that's what I've got set up there. It did actually take longer than one might expect. It took a little while to do all that. Now the second floor is not done, so just a heads up on that. I'm gonna put like elevators in the middle of these rooms, probably pneumatic elevators, I think, because I really like those. So they'll probably be in the middle, and there'll be a floor here, and then there'll be a floor at the top, and then it's gonna connect out to the roof as well. So just a heads up on that. Now today we're going to be messing with applied energistics. What we're going to do is we're going to start getting into logistics pipes a little bit, which we're not going to go far into it because there's not too much of a use in it. There's a few little odd and end things that we're going to do with it, but not too crazy because we do already have applied energistics. So, of course, the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to craft ourselves an assembly table, and we're going to fully automate this episode. So, because we're going to be doing a lot more automation now that we've got this building set up and everything. So, but let's go ahead and get our gold gear, and then we'll get our diamond gear, and we should be all set. And I did get this set up for the highest number, so we've already got like 8,000 iron. It does add up extremely fast, so just be aware of that. And then we're going to need some lasers. I'm going to say, let's go ahead and make like 5 of them for now. is what I'm thinking. And let's see, we're going to set it up. It'll be in this room. Like that other room's going to be a lot of our molecular assembler type crafting, a few machines and stuff. This one is going to be all machines, things that take up a little bit more space. So I'm thinking, let me grab some cobble to work with here. I'm thinking that we're going to set this up. Let's see. That would be the center. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to put it right in here, actually. Right there. Maybe. Maybe. Because I believe that our transceiver is going to be able to handle 5 machines, if I recall correctly. Until we get to the draconic one, I think. I think so. We'll see. And let's see. Do I have any draconic? Or no, not draconic energy. I do have an energy relay. Let's get a wireless. Okay, we're going to need some ender pearls and some blaze rods. Not an issue. Let's see. So it's got full luck on it, right? Yeah, it does. Okay. Actually, I know the crossbow has full luck too, so we'll just go with that. Come on. Alright, give me 1 second while I wait for while I wait to get these blaze rods, because it might take a second if it's wanting to be particular about spawning. Oh, there is one other thing I changed over, so I'll show you that once we get back over to the base. It was basically just the way we get gunpowder. Something that I didn't think about last episode when I was setting that up. Oh, we got blaze rods now. 4 of them. Okay. Well, we're going to go with that. Okay. I want to get these since it's already spawning them. Might as well. Oh, wow. Well, we got 8. I'm happy with that. Very, very happy with that. The other thing that I set up over here, oh, it's loading. If you recall before, we had the creeper spawner set up, and I had a really good comment on the last video, saying that, why is that not? I guess it's just lagging behind or something, maybe because I was away. Saying that instead of using that to do the mechanism method, which it honestly totally slipped my mind to do that. So basically I've just got a igneous extruder here feeding into just a basic crushing factory so we can handle 3 of these at a time. And I did put a few speed upgrades into these, 4 of each, the speed and the energy, and the same over here. But I've got that making flint from the or making cobblestone. Then the crushing factory turns the cobblestone into gravel. The gravel turns into flint, and with a chance of sand. The sand goes in the trash can. The flint goes into the crushing factory and produces gunpowder. Which, if you notice, we're building up a lot of gunpowder. This system's only been running for about 10 or 15 minutes or something like that. Since maybe a little bit longer than that, but not very long at all. And we've already got 12 stacks of it. So that means these are filled out already. So it's working extremely well. And I've just got the creeper system turned off right now. But I'll get that turned back on fairly soon. Yeah. And I wonder, I'll bet you I don't have an upgrade in that. Huh. I wonder how I missed that. And let me grab these actually, because we're going to need them. I'll do the upgrade later. Because my resources are all spread out. I think my rubber's in that building, and then most everything else is, of course, in the AE system. I would have got more done, more put into the system, but I made those 16Ks for the crafting storage, so I was like, well, I'm going to hold off on that just a little bit here. I'll throw that in there and that in there. And I tell you what, let's also get ourselves some dense cable. I want to say like 16 should be good. And then I also want some smart cable, like 40. Oh, I need glass and wool. Crap. Still need wool. Damn it. I have a feeling I need to build a sheep farm, maybe between this episode and next or something. But anyway, we've got that stuff now, so let's get our energy transceiver. And there we go. And honestly, I don't know. Yeah, we shouldn't need anything else to connect that up, I don't think. So what we'll do is we'll grab our, somewhere in here, there it is, crystal binder. Let's switch that around. And let's see. Those machines should be right here, I should think. So we'll put that in there. Yeah, okay, it can have up to 8 wireless connections. So, save that position, connect it, and then let's save that. So we may end up building a few more lasers as well, just so we can get the most out of the speed of this. So, and we're going to link that, link that, link that, link that, link that. No? Why are you not? Oh, man. Okay. I'll tell you what. I'm going to just rip this up. It'll be a bit quicker this way. And we'll bind that to that. That to that. I wonder why it's not. Let me set up. Or saving the. Sometimes it'll save it and you won't have to keep clicking on the wireless transfer. But okay, so we've got all those linked up now. They're all receiving power, which is great. Like I said, I think we'll make 3 more lasers because why not? We've got plenty of power production, so it's not too big of an issue. Okay. And we'll get this plugged in. That. Okay. Do that there. That there. And that there. And the Draconic Evolution is just a better power source, especially for long distances. They're a little bit expensive if you plan on using them all the time, but due to the fact that they can travel so far, it's not too big of an issue. So now that we got that, let's get an interface. I've already got some of these crafted, and then we're going to need our dense cable, and I think we're going to go with blue for the color. Okay. And let's set this up here. And there's going to eventually be a wall back there. That's why I brought these out just a little bit. So just a heads up on that. Let me see here. Let me grab my wrench. And really, you don't have to do this. This is just a habit that I do. And it's something I can't help. I just automatically do it. And that's really all we're going to have for the assembly table, by the way, because this thing will output to any adjacent inventory, and the interface acts as an inventory. So they're just going to feed back and forth between each other. So let's bring this dense cable out. I'll tell you what, actually, let's bring it out this way. We'll bring it to about right here. Okay. There we go. That worked out perfect, actually. And okay. And I'm gonna go get some wool and stuff. I mean, I could use just standard ME Fluix, I guess. Tell you what, I might do that for now, and then I'll try to set up a sheep farm fairly soon. I am gonna have to go get glass regardless. I need to get that stuff moved over. I've been so bad about it. But I will have to set up a sheep farm fairly quick, I should think. And let me go ahead and grab some sand too, because we use that quite a bit making the seeds. Okay. Like, I need to move that stuff over here and get it plugged into the system. I just haven't, because it's so simple, I guess, to grab it where it is now. So okay, got that thrown in there. Let's get some Fluix cable. Come on. Let's get to just 100. And we'll let that start running. Yeah, let me see. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll be back in just a second. I am going to get the wool, I think. Just, I'd rather set it up right the first time. And I like having the cables. I know you don't have to. It's just, it's one of those things. It doesn't really, it's not really that much out of the way to go ahead and make it look better. Even though it's an area we're not really going to see, that doesn't matter. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, welcome back. So I got all the wool that we needed, and now we should be good to get our smart cable. Let's go ahead and get, say, 24 of this. Should be good. And yeah. Then we'll go ahead and grab our lapis, and we'll color it blue. Really, now that I think about it, the like the 10 smart cable that we made before would have been enough to link this up. So I could have just waited, but that's okay. That's all right. Might as well go ahead and knock it out. Now let's actually link it up over this way, like that. Okay. And so now that's linked up, we can start putting recipes into it. So let me see here. How many patterns? We got 2. Let me go ahead and make 10 more. Nope, let's not make 10 more. Let's make like 4 more. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna have to go get nether quartz. No, not even like a couple. There we go. We'll get that going. But the first thing that we're going to want to make is from logistics pipes is the power junction. So we'll need some redstone blocks. Let's go ahead and get that. And that should be everything that we need, actually. There we go. And then we're also going to want Of course, an interface. There we go. And then a remote order pipe. So that's basic logistics pipes. We're going to need to teach it to make golden chipsets. It's one of the major things. I'm going to go ahead and just craft these because I'm out of nether quartz. So I don't want to make them into recipes just yet. We'll teach you how to make golden chipsets. I noticed I can't click on these in this pack, but if I recall, it's just gold and redstone, I think. And actually, I probably should have been grabbing one of each of these because I'm going to want to teach the system. I'm going to have to make one to teach the system to make it. So, and then we just got to make sure. No? Okay, maybe it's a redstone chipset with gold then, or something like that. I can't recall. And I've noticed NEI doesn't work with logistics pipes in this pack. So, we'll get that a second. Okay, and I'm going to put it in here just in case that's it. No? Okay, let me see. What is this? Because, like, I've noticed I can't even click on the redstone chipset, so let me just grab a bit of gold. Maybe it's more than just one, which is a possibility. No, stop it. Alright. And we'll give that just a second to run. I might set up multiple assembly tables. That way we can have one for just like, say, redstone chipsets, because they're kind of a pain. If you notice, they'll start trying to run if you have them selected. So what I'm thinking is I may put like another assembly table here and so on, because it really, or maybe not directly next to each other. I don't know, because then it might try to output to those. Maybe like a space in between and have like 3. I think that would be plenty. To have the different chipsets and stuff so that it doesn't overlap and try to craft things from, you know, pieces that go into something else. So let's see, how much does this take? Took 1 redstone, and is that what it took? It's hard to tell with this. Let me see. Let me start adding in. Oh, it is 1 gold and 1 redstone. I wonder why it didn't work the first time. Okay, well anyway, so we'll do that and that. And that's how we make a chipset. Encode that. And then next up, I do want to go ahead and encode and get it crafting the diamond ones as well. So let's do that. And let me grab a diamond. No, not a diamond, a diamond. Okay. Because I know we're going to need a diamond chipset in just a minute. So, and they do take a little while to craft. So we'll go ahead and get that crafting as well. And I'm going to throw this pattern into here. Okay, so now that we've got that, I do apologize about that. A little bit of issue there. We're going to need a remote orderer. We'll go ahead and go with the pipe version. Basic logistics pipe. And there we go. So we got that. And then we're going to want a provider. Honestly, I'm probably going to go with a Mark Mark 1 or Mark 2 pipe. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and go with a Mark 2 because I may end up adding some upgrades. I'm not too worried about the iron because we're running that diamond chipset. I know that's going to take a while. And then we're going to want a provider module. Honestly, I'll probably go with the Mark II. Might as well at this point. Let's see. I don't have any paper. I don't have paper. Do I have sugarcane? Yeah, okay. Okay. There's that. Provider. And then for the Mark II, we're going to need a diamond chipset. So, we'll get that finished crafting. So I'll be back in just a second once this finishes, and then we'll resume. Okay. I did go ahead and encode the diamond chipset, and let's go ahead and order another one of those, just because we can. And we'll go ahead and get a Mark II, just because you could do it with a Mark 1. I've done it in the past with a Mark 1, but Mark II is just better. So, now that we've got that set up, like I said, we're going to hook it into this ender chest. I've actually got some cables right down here under this. These are cable facades, which I taught my system how to make and everything. So we're just going to put our interface. Let's see. I think I'm just going to put it right here. Yeah. And then we'll put a logistics pipe here with a provider module. And we'll put a remote orderer pipe here. And then let's just link it up really quickly. And this is, by the way, this is mainly going to be for when we're out, like in the world, doing something. Around the base, we'll end up setting up a wireless AE terminal to use with that. So just a heads up on that. Oh yeah, I was wanting the, had a mind blank there for a second. So we'll plug this in here. And then we just need that power junction, and we need to supply it with power. So I think we're just going to put it right here. And then as far as power goes, let's go with, I'm thinking, an energy transceiver. Okay. We'll grab these just in case. And did I really put up my crystal binder? I think I did. Wrong bag. I need to finish emptying that bag, actually. That does. Okay. So let's pop down here and we will readjust this. You know what? That's not actually plugged up right now. I should probably do that. Okay, so we got our power junction. Position saved. Can I hook it straight? I can't remember if I can just hook it straight into the transceiver. I think I can. Yeah. I think transceivers can hook into other transceivers. I don't think that's an issue. As long as it's one big system, that's what counts. So now this should have power. Yeah. Okay. And then I just need to grab some cable. Pink cable here. To link that stuff up. And our diamond chipset should be done. So let's go ahead and get remote orderer. That's right. Yeah, we'll just go with standard color for now. Oh, I'm going to need 2 diamond chipsets. Shoot, I was thinking it was 1. Let's order 1 more of these. Okay. And then once that's done, we will be in business. So, let's go ahead and get this plugged up. And there we go. So we'll end up setting up another ender chest right next to that, and we'll just have that little corner. It's pretty much going to cover those ender chests and everything. Now now that I think about it, I did actually put an export bus onto this chest, and we're not actually going to need that. Now that I think about it, I don't know why I did that. I think it was just because it was originally going to be ores that it handled and not. There we go. Just do that. And then I'll just fill in a piece of that Tyrian later. So we should be in business now. Okay, give me just a second while we wait for this last diamond chipset, and then I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, welcome back. So we've got our 2 diamond chipsets. We can get our remote orderer, and then we can just come over here to our request pipe, and then no, this remote orderer pipe, sorry, and just right click it onto that. It'll connect to pipe, and now okay, welcome back. So what I ended up doing was I just set it up like this, because it was trying to feed items into the power junction, to the interface and everything. So I just got it set up like that. So now if we come over here and we request, say, 10 string, well, string's a bad example, I've already got a bunch, but if we open up the chest here, there we go, there's our string. And then I'll make another ender chest, ender pouch, so that we can throw the items back into this, whenever we don't need them. So that way, anyway, when we're out in the world, we can access everything that's in our AE system. And whereas the AE wireless terminal and everything has a limited range, whereas this is infinite and can work across dimensions and all that good stuff. So now, we have some wireless access to our AE system when we're out and about. So, we've got that set up now. And, yeah. So, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I think I'm going to leave that open. Maybe. Over here, maybe over there. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please comment, like, subscribe. It's very much appreciated. Next episode, I don't know if we're going to continue with a little bit of blood magic, actually getting into the really good parts of blood magic, in my opinion, or if we are going to be working with mechanism, because I do want to get the ore processing area set up. I need to start building on it. Basically, it's going to be that building, and then there's going to be another building over here, and there's going to be a wall, between the two that kind of separate this area off. And then there's going to be like some towers and stuff for liquid storage in there. It's going to be one big ore processing and automation area. But we're going to have our salination towers off-site. So we may start setting up salination towers next episode. I'm not for sure. From mechanism, so that we can get into ore quadrupling and then eventually quintupling. Which would be kind of nice. So we might do that next episode. I'm not for sure. But if you guys have a preference, if you'd rather see blood magic or salination towers, feel free to let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I don't know. I'll figure out which one before then. I might actually try to release the episode a little bit earlier than, instead of like 2 days from now, release it maybe tomorrow, simply because I know that we were behind an episode after this weekend, but we'll see. We shall see. It depends on how long it takes me to build out that area, because I do need to get that built out before we start. But anyway, as always, if you guys enjoyed the episode, please comment, like, subscribe. It's very much appreciated. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And until next episode, do take care, and I hope to see you guys then.